Hi, welcome all. In this video, we are gonna learn some general introduction about Hadoop. We will start with what is Hadoop, why Hadoop is invented, and why do we need Hadoop. Hadoop is an open source software framework for storing massive data and running applications on clusters of commodity hardware. Hadoop does not require a very high-end server with large memory and processing power. We use commodity hardware. Commodity hardware is a computer hardware that is affordable and easy to obtain. It's readily available in the market and is easy to buy from any vendor. They are generally compatible with other such devices. Now everything is on internet. The internet has a lot of data. Large amount of data is created every day, and this large data forms big data. Our daily activities like commenting, sharing, likes, post on social media like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter and Instagram are adding up as big data. It is assumed that by the year 2020, almost 1.7 megabytes of data will be created every second for every person on earth. Imagine how much data are being generated by every single person on earth. Today we are connected and sharing our lives online. Most of us are connected online. We are living in smart home and using smart vehicles, and all are connected to our smartphones. Do you ever imagine how these devices are becoming smart? The answer is very simple. The data is analyzed. Big data refers to the large, diverse set of information that grow at ever-increasing rates. Big data often comes from multiple sources and it will be in multiple formats. To store and process this big data is a big problem. We need to think of other technology other than RDBMS for storing big data. It is because that RDBMS is capable of storing and processing only structured data. The challenges with big data in traditional approach led to the invention of Hadoop. Why Hadoop is important? It has the ability to store and process huge amount of variety of data quickly. Computing power. Hadoop's distributed computing model processes big data too fast. The more computing nodes we use, the more processing power we have. Fault tolerance. Data and application processing are protected against hardware failure. If a node goes down, jobs are automatically redirected to other nodes to make sure the distributed computing does not fail. Flexibility. Hadoop is more flexible. We can store as much data as we want and decide how to use it later. This data includes unstructured data like text, images, and video. Low cost. The open source framework is free and uses commodity hardware to store large quantities of data. Scalability. We can easily grow our system to handle more data simply by adding the nodes. Hadoop is at its best when it comes to analyzing big data. This is why companies use Hadoop. Hadoop framework is divided into two parts. Hadoop Distributed File System (HDFS) and MapReduce. What is HDFS? Hadoop Distributed File System or HDFS is a Java-based distributed file system that allows us to store large data across multiple nodes in a Hadoop cluster. So if we install Hadoop, we get HDFS as a storage system for storing the data in the distributed environment. HDFS architecture. HDFS has a master slave architecture. HDFS cluster has name node and data node. Name node in HDFS architecture is known as master node and data node is known as slave. HDFS is built using the Java language, so any machine that supports Java can run the name node or the data node. The name node and data node are designed to run on commodity machines. One dedicated node in the cluster runs the name node software, and each of the other machines in the cluster runs one instance of the data node software. In Hadoop HDFS architecture, data node stores actual data in HDFS. It performs read and write operations as per the request of the client. HDFS name node stores metadata, that is, number of data blocks, replicas, and other details. This metadata is available in the master for faster retrieval of data. Name node maintains and manages the slave nodes and assigns tasks to them. The big data files get divided into number of blocks. Hadoop stores these blocks in a distributed fashion on the cluster of slave nodes. Master node maintains the metadata information. MapReduce. It is a data processing layer of Hadoop. It's responsible for processing the data on Hadoop cluster. It processes data in two phases: map phase, reduce phase. Map phase applies business logic to the data. The input data gets converted into key value pairs. The reduce phase takes the output of the map phase as its input. MapReduce is designed for processing large volume of data in parallel. Users submit the work to the master. Master splits the work into small tasks and is assigned to slaves. These small tasks are processed in parallel on the cluster of servers, and individual output for each task is generated. Some processing is done with the individual output and the final output is created. We'll discuss more about MapReduce in next video. Thank you.